Reigns will have to drop one of the titles for before Mania. It has to happen because obviously there's a lot of speculation going on with what's going to happen for next year. If it's if he's going to drop the WWE title at Royal Rumble, if he's going to drop it at Elimination Chamber, because that's the only 2 pay-per-views you got to do before it's WrestleMania. So my speculation, because right now it's right now for next year we have Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title, right? Obviously for the Undisputed title, and then everybody wants Sami Zayn versus Roman at the Elimination Chamber, even though that may or may not happen. So right now, me personally, I know that definitely, without a doubt, Kevin Owens losing that match at Royal Rumble. Obviously, that's definitely gonna happen. So honestly, I know people's wondering, Roman needs to defend both titles. He needs to defend both titles. But yes, everybody wants to defend both. Everybody wants to defend both titles at WrestleMania next year. But it would make more sense for him to drop it before WrestleMania, so he can keep going and having one title for the rest of the time. Because him holding both titles, yes, everybody's like, oh yeah, cool. And then after a couple of months, everybody got tired of it because I'm like, all right, you're not going to drop the title anytime soon? Is this not what we're doing? Is not what we're planning? Yes, it's going to happen. Obviously, he's going to drop the title very, very soon. Sooner than we probably all fucking expected. But, he's probably going to drop the title very soon. So he can keep on with the Universal title till, he can't no more. I wouldn't be surprised if Triple H decides not to have him to hold the Universal title no more after he drops the title off to somebody, probably not even in 2023, more like in 2024, the Universal title, not the WWE title. And honestly, personally, I feel like in 2023, he is definitely going to keep the title the entire way through. I feel like how Roman Reigns' run is going and how well it's going, I feel like he's definitely going to keep the title the entire way through 2023 and probably drop it somewhere in 2024. Probably either between the Royal Rumble of 2024, Elimination Chamber of 2024, or WrestleMania of 2024. That's what my prediction is. Because I really feel like he's trying to break a record. We already know he's going on to 1,000 days reign as Universal Champion. We already know that. We already know that his title run as Universal Champion is actually helping him a lot. So, my opinion, I feel like, is Roman Reigns is going to drop the title somewhere along in 2024, the Universal title in 2024, and I feel like he's going to go on to be the second longest, let me repeat myself, second longest person to hold a title in the past 30 years, which has been phenomenally crazy, okay? So yeah, because obviously, if you knew back when Hulk Hogan, he held the WWE title for 1,474 days, and I feel like Roman Reigns is trying to beat that record. Obviously, he's not going to beat the first world champion that holds the championship for over 2,000 something days. Obviously, that's not going to happen. I feel like he's going to go after Hulk Hogan's record so he can be on top of where the world records holders for the longest people that held the WWE title for that long. And I feel like that's what's going to happen. And honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes down in history as the best person that has held the title in the WWE since a long time. Well, the second best person to hold the WWE title for a long time. So, and I know that he's trying to be up there with the greats. I could tell that he's trying to be up there with the greats. It's gonna fucking happen. It's obviously gonna happen. But, that's what I feel like that's gonna happen with Roman, with the title, obviously. But with the WWE title, it's kind of really confusing because what they have is basically Roman Reigns, if he's gonna drop, him dropping the title, probably say, for example, if he drops the title somewhere along between Elimination Chamber and the Royal Rumble, right? So if he drops the title, he loses the title there. And then you have Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes for the WWE title, and then you have basically either him and then you have Roman Reigns versus The Rock, which everybody wants The Rock to win, but there's rumor out there that he may not wrestle at WrestleMania 39. So I don't know if they're gonna switch it to become Drew McIntyre versus Roman Reigns or Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes, which makes more sense, or actually it makes more sense if it's Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns again, because technically they were supposed to continue the storyline, but they didn't because of stupid Vince McMahon. Been there, done that bullshit. So obviously, if The Rock doesn't show up, and if he can't wrestle for WrestleMania this coming WrestleMania in 2023, I feel like it should be Seth Rollins, because that's the person obviously that has the most history, but also they're supposed to pick up back where they left off as well too. So I feel like, if anything, if The Rock can't, come and make it to WrestleMania, I feel like it should be Seth Rollins should take his place and actually, face Roman for the title. But also, in a way, it probably doesn't make sense because, yes, for a long time, we wanted The Rock to come back and challenge Roman Reigns for the title. And it's much more reasons because of who's the true head of the table, either The Rock or Roman Reigns. And obviously, if we do want The Rock because we want The Rock to lose so he can put over Roman Reigns to solidify him being the head of the table, and him putting over Rock and say, yo, you're the true head of the table, you're the true tribal chief, and and everything like that. So that's the real reason we want The Rock to come back, because The Rock is not going to come back, take the title from Roman, and then probably change up the title because of how kind of boring it looks and shit. Just like he did with in 2013 when he changed out the spinner belt when it after he beat CM Punk with it, CM Punk for the title. So I don't think The Rock is going to come back just for him to take the title, have it for like a month or two, and then lose it, and then he goes away and doesn't wrestle for the next 10 to 20 years. So I don't know. With that, I feel like it's very confusing because like the most unpredictable match would be obviously Cody Rhodes and Roman, but the most predictable match, the most box office type match, is Roman versus The Rock, which everybody loves The Rock, everybody loves Roman. That makes sense. But most unpredictable is Cody versus the American Nightmare versus the Tribal Chief. Cody has one thing in mind, and that's the WWE title or the Universal title. It don't matter. They're both world championships. That he wants it, but he's like, you have the ultimate underdog versus the face of the company. So it's very unpredictable. It's weird because I would love both matches, but I know that's not going to happen. Even though I want him to go after Roman, because that would be so fucking good of a match. Everybody knows that would be a great goddamn match. But I'm just kind of confused because, yes, I understand that you also want Drew McIntyre in the picture because Drew McIntyre wants Roman. Karrion Kross wants Roman. Everybody in the WWE, Sami Zayn, that's going to potentially fucking happen, wants Roman. Kevin Owens wants Roman. John Cena again, is probably going to want Roman. So there's so much people that wants Roman at the moment. So I don't know what's happening. It's kind of confusing for me for right now, because I know it's probably right. It's going to be Seth Rollins versus Cody Rhodes for the title. But at this point, if you just wanted to make shit spicy, just make it a triple threat match. Just make it Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre versus Cody Rhodes for the WWE title, and then you have The Rock versus Roman for the Universal title. That's the final statement that I have in my mind. If you can't make it up between Drew McIntyre or Cody Rhodes to face Seth Rollins. Just have a fucking triple threat match at this point. Because I don't even know what's going to even happen. Because yes, I do want Seth Rollins to get another WWE title run. I also want Drew McIntyre to get another WWE title run. Because yes, his title run in the Thunderdome / Performance Center, it was great, but it would have been better with an actual crowd. Everybody knows this. And then obviously we have, the American Nightmare. And, coming back to get the one thing on his mind that he always wanted in the WWE was the WWE title. That's all he wants. And, have a really great run in the WWE as WWE Champion. So, look, that itself should be a good-ass storyline itself. Drew McIntyre versus Rollins versus Rhodes. That would be a great storyline rivalry in itself, honestly. And then you have The Rock to come back at the Royal Rumble. Not with it, though, because that would be stupid as hell. You still have Cody Rhodes to win the Royal Rumble, and obviously he will, face if and like I said, that's if Roman Reigns drops it at Royal Rumble. I was going to say to anybody at this point. Yes, I do want it to be not Sammy. I do want it to be Rollins, McIntyre, and Cody Rhodes for the title. Then you have Rock versus Reigns at WrestleMania as well too for night 2. But it's weird because we also want to see him defend the title, both titles, on both nights. So obviously, what in a lot of people said, we want him to defend the title against Cody Rhodes on night 1, and also have him defend the title on night 2 against The Rock. Which I'm still not mad about with that. If that even happens, I'll be happy either way. But it's confusing how they're gonna do this, because honestly, Drew McIntyre still wants a shot. Seth still wants a shot. I know Cody's gonna have a shot at WrestleMania. Karrion Kross, like I said, wants a shot. Everybody else, I don't know if Bobby's gonna have a shot soon. Probably not. I don't even know how they're gonna do this. I'm like, the whole thing is kind of confusing. The whole thing is kind of like giving a headache, because it's like there's so much ways you can predict how Roman's gonna drop the title, WWE title for next year. I don't know when, what time, where he's gonna do it. We don't know. All I know is that WWE title is getting dropped he's gonna get pinned by somebody. I don't know who, but he is gonna get pinned. So, people will probably let me know what their take on it, because I'm confused about the entire thing itself. It's confusing to wrap your head around, because there's so much storylines that could potentially happen with Roman Reigns dropping the WWE title and him keeping the Universal title to next year. There's so much storylines, so much ways you can put this, but it's very confusing. I know people will let me know, and let me know what will happen with Roman Reigns next year. But I am going to be psyched if he does drop the title, because it's something that we always wanted him to do, because he doesn't. Because at this point, him having both titles is getting a little bit boring. Don't get me wrong, even though he is having the best title run that we have seen in the past 30 fucking years. So, I don't know. It's me personally. He's having, a wild ass ride. So, yeah, there's a lot that can go into this conversation already.